Hello Space Engineers, Wellington6012 here. Welcome back to Special Delivery. How you doing? Oh gosh, we're just sort of moving a little bit. We're twisting actually, that's what this ship is doing. Yeah, so it is what it is. Right, welcome. Let's get into it. I've pretty much just really opened up the save and this is where I started. So I just need to kind of remember what I was doing. Let's have a look at the to-do list. I think I did some stuff off camera, like maybe put in these last time. Did I put in more battery? I'm not sure. I can't remember what I did after the last episode. I think I did a little bit, but not much. But today, I really want to get some stuff built, probably a bit of rearranging. So first thing is going to be doing an ion tug, which, oh look, there it is there. So more hydrogen thrust. Oh, hang on, I just need to sort out something I've just seen. Medium, not medium. Yeah, so let's move that down. Okay, we'll put that in there. I mean, thrusters is just going to be an ongoing thing. I didn't delete it. Basic layout of the ship. Yeah, more batteries. That's going to be an ongoing thing. Large industrial reactor. That could be a today thing. Gravity generator. We need to make one of those. There was a comment about my comments about gravity. Complaining about gravity when I don't actually have any. Which, yeah, that's the thing. More yield speed modules after power. I think we're actually got all the yield and speed module. Yeah, so that's a full set. And that's a full set. Yeah, okay. So, with that in mind, let's take that off. Not quite. So we can tick that one off. Very good. Okay, so there's a few things to do there, but tug ship, that's really what I want to focus on. But in saying that, I need platinum to do that. Batteries. Clearly I've made another couple because they are not added. Yeah, okay. Take them off there. Don't know where that connector is, don't know where those helms are. Hydrogen thruster. No, that's that one there. Look, they haven't been added either. So it's those. Projector, slime door yield modules. Clear those up. Right, that's a good little tidy up. Don't think we need that door on there, it's only temporary anyway. Cool, and that's the one that's got the radio thing on it. Which, actually, speaking of which, remember last episode, I was buying an asteroid and there was some scrap. That's right. I found out off camera afterwards what the scrap was. It was those two blocks and the screen, which got cooked. So yeah, right. Yeah. So we need hydrogen. Now we are flying that way, but this is just twisted. It's just got a very gentle twist to it, and I guess that's because of this mechanism. Which, oh, super happy with how that came out. That was awesome. Yeah. So what I want to do is move some stuff. I'm thinking the assembler in here because yeah, I'm thinking heading out this way. So the assembler, it's got that access into the right, so that would make sense for it to be here, so you can access it into there. So I'll just have to figure out how that's going to attach. Probably down here. Yeah, but until I get an ion tug, that's going to have to be the priority, and you have to move this stuff. And yeah, so today's going to be a day of moving things, I think. Okay, so asteroids, we've got a couple there, right there, and yeah, they've been a little bit few and far between, the asteroids. Okay, let's try and see that one, which was up behind us, like that. Undetected. Oh no, there we go. So it's got stone and it's got nickel. I think we're right for that. That one's got iron, stone, and ooh, disappeared. No, so that was iron, stone, and something else. Oh, just can't quite get those two. Yeah. Okay, and that one is uranium. We're right for uranium. Surely that one's closer. Platinum. Platinum, platinum, platinum. There it is. Oh, what's that got? That's got silver. So that one, okay, so there must be one behind it. Okay, right. That was definitely platinum, wasn't it? Oh, it's not showing up now. Oh, there it goes. Platinum and silver. I think. Yeah, there's spikes for silver. And platinum. Woohoo. Okay, well, right. That's... We probably don't need a huge amount, like just an inventory load, maybe. Let's stop. And check out. Because we will need silver. Oh, there's a bit there. What does it take? Because we need like 1,000 for that industrial thing. If I was to put 1,000 of those in, how much do they take? 5,000 silver, 20,000 gravel. Okay. 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 I think we head over there. Hopefully it's not too far away. Because then we can get silver. Yeah, because I could actually... How's our cargo containers looking? Okay, there's a fair bit of room in there. Plenty of gold. Yeah. Okay, let's do it. I mean, there's plenty of room in there to fit stuff in. Okay, that's cool. Cool. Yeah, and I'll just use that to do it. Okay, that's a plan, and then we can just do stuff. Let's just get up to speed. Just making sure that I restowed that, which was completely by accident. Okay. that's good. Good. Okay, so let's just have a look at some of these other things. So you are working away. You are depleted in 6 hours. Some of these other ones are pretty empty though. 2 hours. Okay, well that gives us a bit of time. So yeah, I'm thinking industrial assembler in here. And then maybe the hydrogen engines somehow in here as well. And then that big industrial thing over here. Industrial reactor. Yep. So yeah, so I put these in. I think I did it off camera, just to try and give a little bit of shape, so I could sort of work out what room I've got and where I'm using it. Yeah. So that's that. Right. I think these are probably this name thing's probably going to go. Not the name, but just where it's set up, because we have to put stuff in behind here. Yeah, we may as well just do that now. Oh. Okay, that's good. So that's working through that, so that's good. So we've got a little bit of uranium happening. Oh, are we just about? We're just about there actually. So yeah, we've got a fair amount of uranium in there, so that's all good. What are you producing? Doing cobalt. Good old cobalt, slowing everything up. Okay, so that's good. Yeah, that's actually quite a significant asteroid there. It's not too far, of course. Worth it, though. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Oh, did get a comment, I think from Gary. Apologies if I got that wrong. Just about the beacon and... Oh, what are you... Why are you like that? Sorry, just need to sort that out. Don't know what's going on there. Yeah, just about, you know, when the beacons had a change recently to give them more range and power consumption went down and stuff. Just about why I've got these timers. It's more so about removing HUD clutter. And, yeah. But I'm probably better off, now that it's mentioned, to put in a sensor. So when I'm here on the ship, I'll have a sensor that turns on certain things, and that's probably the beacon, actually probably the antenna, or maybe the antenna's on manual, because I need to get used to having the antenna on and actually going places and have the ship come to me, even autopilot. Okay, well we are just about there, so I think we'll just take control so we don't crash. But yeah, so even though I'm working on the reactor, I think since I've got so much ice, the hydrogen engines will probably just tie me over. That big reactor is really just to support the jump drives when we get those installed. Okay, I feel like that's going to be... close enough. So that's slowing down nicely. Okay, so let's get this, and yeah, I'm going to move that because I do want to put in another container there, but yeah, we'll get onto that. Right, let's go find some stuff. So we'll also need a stone to create some gravel. And I'm not going to use the big drill for this because I just don't need that much stuff. Okay. Looks like we can actually get inside the... Oh, hang on, what's that? What's that? What's that? What's that? Silver. Okay, well, there's our first thing. And let's just get some stone while we're at it. Just check that guide on the back there. I've got the little LCD to using automatic LCDs to figure out how full things are. So that's the main container. Then we still have the drills to fill after that. Okay, so that's the main container full, and then we will fill the drills. Hopefully that's them full. Okay, just before I lock that, I realise why. I have no gravel. Turn you off. Okay.
Inventory full.
There we go. Shove all that back in there. So now hopefully, tell you what else we can do, just so we have the set. What's not there anymore is one of them. Alright, let's get underway again. Sorry, hiccup. Because I think we have everything now. That will do. Yeah, I think we've sort of got everything that we kind of sort of need. So let's put the stone ahead of that. Like so. So we got, oh look at that, we've got heaps of platinum. That's good. So what we'll do is, I think, got enough gold for now. Let's put the silver ahead of that. And put some, oh no, we're going to need platinum first. Let's put the platinum ahead of that. Okay, so that's good. That's fine. Okay. Right. So that's just whirring away. Platinum's going up. Happy days. Gravel 235. That's not much. Okay, we might need to find an asteroid and just... maybe when we find some iron. How are we off for iron? Got a bit there, probably enough for a while. How are these doing? Yeah, so we got them set to pretty good levels. We're definitely going to need more iron, but yeah, we'll get some stone as well. We'll keep that stone ejector turned off. Alright, so yeah, let's get into making this ion thing. Ion Tug. Need parts. Let's just grab some of them. Some more of them. Some of them. Some of them. Some of those. That should do. Okay. I know what that sound is. Oh no, that's other stuff. I don't know what that sound is. Right. Hinge. Rotor lock on. Turn up braking torque. Attach a small head. And that's where we can make a start. So, let's just start from here, I think. Now, where are our cockpits? I think there's meant to be one in there. So the other ion, stand by, let me just check something. Yeah, it is there. Okay, that's cool. What I might do is... I'm just going to make a projector. Oh, there it is. Just more of them. Okay, so how does that go? Okay, so that goes like that. It's got the battery under there. Those behind there. Okay. Right, so... let's make sure I'm the right colour. I'm quite keen on using that type. And then we'll just need our usual stuff there. And... yeah, because what I'm thinking is... I was thinking about using these ones here, those ones there, but they're kind of big. I think it would need to be one further forward. No, I might stick with those. I I think having them out like that's probably the way to go. And I'm going to put it on one of these. Need the end one. Must have missed it. Here it is. So if I went like that, yeah, that's going to be good, I think. That one on there like that. And then put a gyro down there, and we'll put a remote control just because I like doing the stock standard stuff. Okay, that's good. Now battery we'll put onto here. And a connector on the back, and that will be the core. That'll be the core of it. Why won't you... What's going on there? Oh, really? Strange. Okay, so that's kind of the shape. So now if so what are we going to call this? Call it SD Tug, just for reference in there. Tug. Okay, we'll come back to that. Right, so let's just put those on there, because what I'm thinking is now we'll just get rid of them. Hopefully that's attached. It's not attached. Nuts. Okay, so just pull that. So it was out there, there, and there. So if we went... Funny how that's not an attach point there. Okay, so if we went with that part there, that there, yep, that's what we want.
Energy low.
And we can do that. And that. And that, maybe? Yeah, maybe? Maybe. Yep. Let's grab a regular T. A regular block, I should say. And that one wants to be the end one. So, and then we can put that one on the end there. Okay. So then it sort of keeps the same sort of style as the miner ship. So that's good. So you are attached. We can now get rid of you. That's fine. So we'll do the same over here. That's, oops. That, like that. T, or regular. In block. Landing gear. Okay, that's good. Now,
Energy critical.
I'm committed to that. Right. Let's put battery into there. Okay, and then we'll do those. Landing gears. Ion Tug. Take them off the toolbar. Auto lock, yeah, we'll keep them on. So that's fine, we can take you off there now. Take you off of there. As always, we can take you off of there, so that's good. Good, 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 good. Gears. No. Unlock. Cool, cool. Put the antenna on as well. Fantastic. That's good. Nothing else in here. Okay, so we're staying on top of that, which is good. Let's just now take that out of the toolbar configuration. Right. We're standing. So that's. Okay, so it's got those thrusters like that, those on the back, but we've got our connector on the back, so it's a little bit different. It's a lot different, actually. Okay, ions. Let's just go for the regular flavour. And yeah, I think if we put them in there, that would just tuck them away quite nicely. Then we can do the same down there. That works. Okay, so that's that direction sorted. And I think it's just going to be as simple as maybe that. I don't think I really need to overcomplicate it, do I? Yeah, let's just go with that. So that's got 2 on each axis, plus an extra 2 back and forward. Okay, I think we'll go with that. Ions. Ion thrusters. Ion Tug. Turn all of those off. And group. Can't put them in because none of them are complete. That's fine. Okay, so we're going to have to make those now. 1, 2. Oh, thruster components. Oh, so we'll be able to add them in now, I would imagine. Okay, so that's pretty simple, but I think that's gonna work. Just bring about that antenna. I almost want to put a little bit of decoration up the top there. Yeah, I'm gonna... Yeah, tell you what, I'm going to move that. Whoops. I'm going to put it there. Oh, really? Here we go. Okay. Good. Nuts. Okay, so that's worked out well, I think. Yeah. And yeah, we could probably just put a timer in there. We're supposed to have a spare one of those. Yeah, okay, that's good. Happy with that. So I was just thinking that let's get some steel just for a bit of interest. Let's put well, actually, we could probably put a camera on the front, maybe. Just thinking that should go. We really need a camera on the back. Think that like that. And then that like that. Actually, I'll tell you what, that's... probably wants to be like that, and then I can put some lights on just to keep the theme going. And I'll tell you what I'm also going to do. Let's just check that we're not going to crash into an asteroid. Okay, so that's cool. And in actual fact, if I were to... Oh, that's not the one. If I did that and put on one of them. The same over here. One of them. Cool. One, two, three, four. Oh, and I've just noticed something, which I will come back to momentarily. Yeah, I do need to put a camera up here. It's going to be a thing. But what I've just noticed is I'm just about to suffocate. No. Oh, this hasn't got any lights on the back. Okay. Some on the front though. Okay, so that's good. It's fine. There was just a outstanding ion. Just that one there. Take that off of there now. No way that's going to need to... Oh, I'll leave it 5,000. That's fine. Turn it off though. Okay, so that's good. It's coming together nicely. Does that look okay? I think it's alright. I mean, we need a camera on it. It's nothing. Okay. down to there. It's good. Yeah, I think that sort of works. We'll put a landing gear down there. How's that sort of look? Looks a bit strange. But no, I think that's fine. Just add that into the group. Okay, so that's all sorted. Took a little while, but it didn't really take that long. I do just want to put on just my usual trick up the top here. So maybe I'll put it on those ones. Yeah, that might be better actually. So if we go like that. Like that. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. Okay, so this is going to be pretty much done. Normally I'd sort of go through all this and do all this sort of stuff afterwards. Construction. But yeah, I feel like this is more or less a complete sort of complete vehicle, assuming that this behaves. Okay, so that's my ion thing. Just thinking also, where's the gyro? We do actually just need to put on. Yeah, we need to do that. Right, we got there. That's interesting. So, why are you not copied? Must have missed. There we go. There we go. Okay, that's good. So let's now stop. Check out some of these asteroids since we're in the... Oh, it's really just iron that we want. Let's just see what this one is that's right next to us. Check out what that one is. Silver. More silver. And something else. It's just dropped off. Platinum. Silver and platinum. Possibly cobalt? No. Stone and gold, maybe? Silver. Yeah. Magnesium. Sort of behind us, that one, but we'll have a look. Okay, so that's iron. Whoops. Yeah, we can turn you off. We're done with you. So yeah, that's quite neat. I like that. All right, so that's ticking away through stuff quite nicely. So we have got gravel there. Okay. Alright, so that'll just do that. Okay, that's fine. Right, let's move some stuff. First of all, let's have a bit of a think. So this is done in such a way that it's not actually connected by a lot. We'll have to move you. Let's try and clear out some of this space. You're still all attached through there and through there and around there and over there. That's good. Okay, so that's fine. We've got to get that. We've got a small container there. Okay, so you sort of need to move. You're not really in the right place. So what we could do is we could actually just move you as is. We'll just park you over here somewhere. Out of the way. That's fine there. You are going to be in the way. So let's get rid of you first. That's interesting. Right. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it's strange how that sort of landing gear pokes out the bottom there, but I think that'll be alright. Might need to get rid of that, but whether it just gets swapped out for, well, no, because we need the gap between that and the ions. So yeah, that's alright. Okay, let's go over here and connect on. Now, I did have a bit of an idea about this drill as well, which we'll do before we try and get ourselves in the iron. Whoops. Down is what I wanted to do. Go. Okay. what am I doing? I want to do control and grind. Okay, so we'll just plonk you just over here out of the way for now. Don't go anywhere. Okay, so now for the next trick. So this wants to be a T. Yeah, that wants to be a T section. Okay. I also need to grab a whole lot of weld pads. So that's going to go there. Yeah, we'll need to move that block. So we've got one there. I guess we put it over there. Good a place as any. So with that in mind, okay, so we're going to want to grab that. Alright, so, yeah, maybe I might need to speed through this because this can be quite time consuming getting these in the right place. Let Future Wellington deal with that. Alright, so that went pretty well actually. Yeah, I don't know how Fetch Welling's going to deal with all that. But yeah, that's good. That's real good. So I put a second engine in, so now we should be we're recharging, so that's positive. That's real positive. And this just performed admirably. It really did. Now that's... Yeah, I'm just not sure about that sort of camera on the top though. Maybe I'll put it underneath. Maybe I do that, because that's kind of a better spot for it. Yeah, let's do that. Right. On to the next thing. Once I've done this, so we'll put that. If I do that like that, it'll just, I think, look quite good. Needs to be thing. Let's try an end piece. Yeah, like that. Yeah, that'll work better. That'll work better. I'll just do that. Cool. And I'll need to grab parts probably. Oh no, head parts, that's good. Just do that, and we'll quickly add that back into the group. The toolbar, I mean. Turn you off again. Keep things clean and tidy. Cool, cool. Okay, so that's good. We'll just quickly pop in this like that. That's good. That's good. Yep, happy with that. Okay, right. So, I am just having a think though. What about if I was to go like that, and that, and that, and put that like that? That might just work like that. Might just give it a nice little bit of detail. Yeah. Do I do the same under there? No. Alright. So, best we move on to other things. Oh, we should actually get moving. That's probably what we should do. Because we're stopped at the moment. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I like that. No, just the angle of the light. Okay. Let's just get moving. And away we go. Right, and then I'll have just a bit of a look around, because there's other things to do. I think that's going to be quick enough. Yeah, we probably do want some iron at some point. But, yeah, we can put in floor. So I've got this here because really I'm thinking another O2 generator, which would be the one that's up here, but that's kind of buried. Kind of buried. And we also need to move the O2 as well. And that will move down into there. I don't think... Or do I... Nah, I think I do the same as what I've done over there. Let's just deal with this stuff which I've got in here. Work through it. Yeah, I'll ever think about that. What's Oh, that's just all that stuff. Okay, so yeah, let's put in some stuff. So let's just go get colour right. But oh, that little ion thing is just awesome. Yeah, it really is. So I will publish that at some stage soon. Yeah, let's just get all of those. I'm just thinking, what if I was to... Just thinking, no, I've got stairs right there, so that's fine. Thinking too much. Yeah, so just remember, I do have, you know, I am publishing my blueprints. I've did the miner, and I will do the Ion Tug. Both of those, I do have the community collection. So if you're playing this playthrough and you've got those, just let me know through one of the media. One of the social media avenues. Yeah, what I want to do here is... Not sure. Okay, we'll come back to that. But, yeah, that's worked well. I think... So we've got stairs down there already. Yeah, I think I do want to put walkways along here. So, no, we won't put that one. We'll just use the one with the one rail. That'll do. Okay, so that gives us room over here for stuff. And, yeah, this... here as well. So let's put on, I think, another cargo container, which we'll call ores 2, because that one's, yeah, it's not super full, but I'll put another one in. Okay. Or do I? I'll have a think about it. Steel. Keep drifting. Okay, we'll do this. So that just goes to the floor there. It's over here. I think that'll be fine. Not sure. I'll leave that for now. And yeah, so this will be enclosed. So I can actually, yeah, we can pretty much commit to doing that because there's nothing else going to go there. All right, let me weld all this up, and I'll be back when it's done. Because this could take a little while. Alright, I shall come back into it here. I'm really struggling. I need to sort out gravity because I'm locked to the deck, but it just keeps going away on me. I'm just quite happily... Look, see, there we go. I'm just floating away. Oh, yes, we need some gravity. Let's get that sorted. Yeah, so I'll get that happening, and also I'm just going to make some batteries as well. So I've just been sort of doing some stuff off camera. I'll get Future Wellington to edit all that stuff out. So if I go like that and go like that. That's good. And so that'll just produce power cells soon. And yeah, I think we are up to 9 and 10. So this one will be, yeah, number 10. I think we might just rename these. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, and oh, we're just drifting quite far now. What am I looking for? That one. And add those in. Right, gosh. Just need a few more, that's good. Yes, I put on the floor, and I've also put in this panel here. So we've got various commands here on the automatic LCDs. We've got details for each of the hydrogen engines, our inventory of ice, away we go again, how the hydrogen tanks are doing, and the batteries. Dunk. Oh gosh. Right. Gravity, gravity, gravity. One of those. And I'm just going to plonk it here. Now. That's that. Now, we should have some gravity. Okay, let's turn on that and show it on there. Just didn't quite get it. Why can't I see you? Might need to go through something a little bit bigger. Okay, that might work. Yes, that's what we want. Okay, gravity. Yeah, I thought it wasn't the wrong way. Let's do that. We'll do that. And we'll do that. Okay, we'll make that 30, nice even 30, and make that one nice even 30 as well. Make that one a nice even 50. Actually, we probably want to make that one longer, I think. 70. Alright, so that's needs to go a little bit longer again. Ugh. That should be fine now. Okay, turn off that. I'll turn it down as well, just 0.5 will suffice. That's good, and shine HUD off. Marvellous. Okay, so now we have gravity! Yay! Okay, so I'm going to stop and start to move some stuff again. So I'm going to put that up on here. And yeah, then I'm going to move that over to there. We've got the rest of those battery power cells to do. That's good. Okay, let's just grab a whole lot of parts for wheel pads. Okay, that's good. So I'm going to put one down here, you'll see why soon. That's good. Okay. So we've done a full 180 and spun around. Good stuff. Okay, so that's that, that's that. Right, let's stop this thing. Of course, it took me a little while before to realise that that I hadn't turned the engines off the miner ship. So yeah, I was still, even though I had the thing turned off, it didn't work. It stopped. Right. So let's just check out these. Since we're here. No? Okay. I did check some along the way, and there was like more platinum and more uranium, so famine and feast type stuff. So that's cobalt by the looks. Maybe gold or something, but anyway, nothing we want. That's far behind us, that's far behind us. It's really... That one over there would be good to know, so that's kind of on the way. Oops, one up there. Okay, so that's got iron. Yeah, we could go up there for that. I mean, it's not as far away, is it? Let's just get these things in place. So let's jump into here. So we'll just... Oh, this could be a bit of a problem. Oh, that's an oxygen. Oh, no, it's hydrogen. Oh, but there's no power, so that's fine. Very good. Okay, so what we'll do is control grind. Yeah, that's fine. Problem is, it is going to make that thruster go away. That's okay. Gently does it. Whoa. What's going on? Fighting it. It was not behaving. I must have just really grabbed it in the wrong way. It's not because of the gravity, no. Oh, in the street. That on there, that on there. There we go. There we go. I don't know where I'm going to put the other one. But we should be able to grab this O2 generator out, which you have to probably reposition. Very good. So we're starting to clear some room, that's for sure, up the front, or the back, I should say. So that'll be where our hangar goes. And what I'm actually going to do is just get this into place. So where do you actually want to go? You're going to want to go... How does it go? It goes that way. Whoops, that was not the right button. Though I probably would have done because I needed to put... I did need to put on a thing, well pad. Which there's already one on there, so that's good. That's... Why does that look different? It's got a power sticker on it. Oh yeah, there it is there. Okay. Yeah, they're actually different on different sides. Didn't realise that. Interesting. Gently does it. I'm getting pretty good at actually welding these up, in all seriousness. That's fine. Whoa, and we're locked. So, where is that thruster going to go? The one that's kind of just starting to drift away, but... yeah, it's something we actually need to address, is where the thrusters are going to go. We need to start putting them in a permanent position rather than a temporary one. Yeah, indeed. So, we could probably put... So that's going to be covered in. So this will be covered in this drill. I'm not intending it to be exposed. Okay, well, I guess as an interim... We could put it underneath there, maybe? Yeah, sort that out. Gonna be a bit of a tight squeeze, but that's okay. So that's that. Oh, well, at least I don't have to worry about it blowing up our camera and screen and stuff. Right, so gently does it. Okay, let's over here. Oh, a little bit of a bump. Funny how it's giving me the indicator there, but it's... what are we locked onto? Yeah, I thought that might happen. I just need to get rid of you. It's funny how it gives the indicator there, but it doesn't necessarily... See, now it's not. It's weird. What I'm going to do is turn off my dampeners, and I'm just going to touch up a little bit, turn that off. Go me. Did the old coast into place. Just while we are here. Oxygen. I should really put some O2 bottles in that contain in the cockpit of this. Okay, so that's good. That's done. Now I want to take this here. We will get above it, I think. Oh, this ion thing is just doing the business. I think the one back at Station Alpha was maybe a bit underpowered. There we go. Hopefully I don't need to relink everything now. Marvelous. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I feel like I don't actually need all this down here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this. Am I going to grab this? If I grab it maybe this way. Try and get level with it. Cool. Okay, so let's just check. I'm just going to tack it on the end there, so that's going to come out that way. So we need to put a weld pad on there. And one on here. Cool. Cut this. Oh. Watch out for that big block. Really identified as being red. It's an off. Oh. That was a whoopsie. That'll do. Right. Okay, so let's just make sure we're over the top of that. Back. How well is this working? It really, I mean, this is not an insignificant piece of steel that we're pushing here. Okay, let's just nudge it across. Don't think we're gonna. No, we'll be right. Oh no, we're not. Because somebody is now in the wrong place. Okay, let's just connect on, hopefully. Maybe. Yes. Gentle, gentle. Oh, I left that camera there. Just keep going until I feel a bump, I guess. Oh. Go, you little good thing. Okay. Where am I going to put you now? I'd like to say you need to go somebody recharge, but you've actually got quite a bit of charge, so I don't think we're going to really need to worry about that. Okay, we'll just leave you to do your own thing. Okay, so that's good. Are all these now connected up? Oh, I've lost them all. That's annoying. That's super annoying. How come I lost those ones? Pistons, drill arm. So this is a group, isn't it? Pistons, drill arm, reverse. On, off. Drill head, which would be on, off. Extend, retract maybe? Is that how I had it? Can't remember. And that will be the rotating on, off, lock. On, off, lock, on, off. I think that's right. Oh no, these were increase and decrease velocity. That's right. So that must be reverse. No, that's not right. Okay, yeah, I don't know what that is. I think I might just go into a previous save and just check it. Yeah, back soon. Okay, it was indeed reverse, speed up, and slow down. Or slow down and speed up. Okay, so that's good. Right. We're in control. Well, now we're pointed that way. Hang on, we were going to go... We were going to go and get some iron, which was this one here, I think. Let's just get up to speed. Now, the question is, can we actually see with this one? Might not be able to anymore. Oh, no. There's not really any other ones around, is there? No. Yeah. So hopefully that's the iron. I think it is, because it was quite close, wasn't it? Wasn't that one? Oh, what could go wrong? Right, just let that do its thing. So, yes, I moved that. That way now I can put in that, and that. And we can put in a large one of these reactors. There we go. There we go. So that's going to go... Yeah, I guess there. Do we make it yellow? Could do. I don't know. Now that was the... Yeah, that was the access there. We do have a conveyor there. Oh well, let's just weld it up and see what happens. Okay, so I don't have anything else in there. Now I know I could use a welder thing here, but really I've got all the stuff. I'm quite close. And now it's just the superconductors. 60 of those. Yeah, so we're making stuff. Reactor components. And we'll also make another lot of those. So yeah, that's good. We'll let that just tick through. Almost there, so that's good. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to take a little while because it's going to be making the reactor components. That's the tricky bit. 1,000 of those, it's actually 2,000, so that's quite a few. 5,000 silver. How much have we got? Not many. Okay, so we're going to need more silver. We're getting quite close to that. And silver, 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 silver. Right. Let's just... What I could do with is this probably needs a... an ore detector on it, and then I could use this, yeah. Okay, well let's head up here. Actually, we'll just check that it is indeed iron. I think we should be, yep, we should be good. And what do you mean? Surely there's a... Must be able to see it. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, so that's definitely got iron. Alright. What do we got in the way of oxygen bottles? O2. Oxygen. None. Okay, let's just make one of those. We've got plenty of that stuff. I didn't fill it up. Yeah, okay. Let's go have a look with this. Was there anything else in this? There also may be silicon or magnesium. Might actually be magnesium, I think. Ooh. Okay, let's go have a look. Oh, there's some iron right there, so that's good. Be able to grab that. That's nice and exposed, actually. That's perfect. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go and see if there's anything else. Uranium. Okay, well, let's let's just grab some since we're here. We'll grab a whole big load of that, and I'll grab some more stone for the other things. For the so this is going to solve our power problems, I think. Not that we've got power problems, but you know, we just need to stay on top of it. All right, so let me do this, and let me park up the big drill. That'll be good. All right, back soon. Alright, a little bit of an issue there with the old connector breaking. So that's all we need to unlock. And that needs to be reversed. Right, so what I'm going to do here is, why are you on? What did I do? Oh, I pressed the wrong thing. Okay, so that's fine. You are on. Yeah, okay, so that's good. Right, what I want to do is I want to go into... I want to go into creative mode. Like so. Oops. This will make sense. Go for red. Okay, and then we'll go across like this. Okay, and well, okay, actually probably what I wanted to do was just pretty much blueprint that, but oh well. that would have been easier. Yeah, but it's so many subgrids there, it's not really easier. So let's go like this. Because that's really all we need. And I'll go like... this. Could have done mirroring actually, but never mind. Alright, so that's what I wanted. And yeah, so it's gonna go there. Drill arm template guide. I saw it. I saw it. Blueprint and X. Back out of creative mode, and we are in. Right. So what I want to do is, first of all, just while I think of it, you are doing cobalt. Don't seem to have a projector on there anymore. Sort that out. Where's an access? Okay, and this is going to be drill guide. And we want to do right, blueprints, drill, and we want to go get projection. And it's just not quite the right way. Well, I think I had it backwards. So let's do pitch. Okay. Roll. There we go. So now we have a little bit of a guide, which is... Oh, why are you doing that? Yep. Okay. Back to where they should be. Okay, so that's good. That's real good. So now we can reverse you, and let's just... So now we can get into position using the projection. Okay, and then this is going to be a little bit tricky because, yeah, that's going to be tricky today. We may have to start spinning. And just nudge forward until we get sort of... Yeah, we're going to have to do that, I think. Not ideal. Because all I need to do is knock the mouse and things go badly. Okay. Right, well, let's just let that do its thing for a little bit. There wasn't really anywhere in there for... Let's get the wobble on. Let's lock it. Yeah, there really wasn't anywhere for... That was there. Just thinking about where to put... Funny enough, the rotor lock is on. Or it's off. No, it's off. It's fine. Are we locked? I think we're actually locked. Yep, we're locked. Okay. So what I may even do is just put that in there just to be doubly sure, like steel plate. And that'll keep that locked in. Same with that one. It'll be fine. Okay, let's let that do its thing for a little bit. We'll just sort out this, and I mean, I think I'm just about ready to call it a day. Actually, I think I've achieved a fair bit. I was sort of planning to... Oh, look at that. This is rapidly filling up. Why are you going to there first, I wonder? Don't know. It's a bit strange. Should all just be going into there, but it's all going quite slowly. But there's actually still quite a bit of room in there, so I don't think I need another container. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. So how are we doing for superconductors and reactor components? Not many. Not many. Why is there still 6 gravity components there, I wonder? Are they... Oh, were they added when I made them might have been the case. Gravity 6 here. Steel plate, steel tube. Superconductor. And the reactor components. Yep. I think we can actually get rid of the reactor components, or just bring it down to like 20. Would be fine. It's still making them. Yeah, it's still got 1,000 in there, so that's all good. Very good. Okay. I think I'm actually going to put on another module. Why not? Okay, so that's going to get that going. Yeah, so just sort of going back to what I was saying earlier about not making a welder for welding up this sort of thing. Again, it's manufacture of components that's holding me back, not my welder and not my inventory. So yeah, so that's where we're at with that. Are you actually moving forward, or was I just? Yeah, I think I needed to reverse you. So let's go. Okay, that's good. That'll give us lots of iron. Give us heaps. And that'll give us plenty in here. Look, we were actually down to... We were getting quite low, so I guess the sign came along just at the right time. It seems like a lot of metal grids, but that's fine. That's just producing through there. Do we have enough? Yes, so that's all superconductor. So now we just need reactor components. How many we need? Let's go into here and get rid of that. And shift middle mouse. So that will add those in there. So we need silver, we need lots of gravel, which we just don't have at the moment. We need quite a bit of iron, so yeah, that's that. Yeah, I would say that before I go from here, I'm just going to mine a whole lot of gravel as well. So we'll just let that do its thing for a little bit. But we've got that happening. Things are slowly charging. Yeah, I sort of need to figure out where stuff's gonna go, but that's the sort of, yeah. I'll probably, I think I've spent enough time on this on camera. I think what I might do is finish this off and yeah, maybe look at doing some stuff and closing this or something. I'm just not 100% sure quite what I'm doing with this yet. I'll have to have a bit of a think about that. Yeah, I think just some time off camera just to sort of do my old flying around and checking stuff. So let's and figure out what I'm doing. But I think I've made some pretty good progress. I do need to put in a medical bay here somewhere, because that's quite good to be able to, you know, like breathe and stuff. I'm actually thinking that I need to sort of put a conveyor under here, have it pop out here, so I could put like the medical bay. Yeah, if I got rid of you and put in one of those. Let's get rid of that. Put in a medical bay. There's one in that group there, I think. I think that'll work well. There we go. Yay! Woohoo! That's good. It's not plumbed in, so I haven't got any oxygen, but that's fine. We've still got this one up here. Okay, so that's good to get that done. So yeah, I'll it's just doing its thing. So yeah, I'll have to figure out some sort of setup for this. We can turn that off. Yeah. But that'll work through there. I'm just wondering if I get another cargo container. Nah, it's all probably just a bit too hard. So that's... So it's funny how that's going into there. It's just not quite switching over into there. Yeah, it's weird. Alright. Yeah, let's have a look at the to-do list and we'll call it a day. Probably want to move this as well, this to-do list, because then, yeah, we can sort of start to move stuff. Right, so let's go into here and tug ship, done, tick. Gravity gen, done, tick. Industrial reactor, we'll tick it off because it's just about their hydrogen. Done. So this is probably going to be next time, but I need to figure out where they're going. Jump drives, gyro, hydrogen, more batteries. Okay. That's a pretty good effort. We've knocked a lot off that list. Done what I wanted to achieve. Yeah, and I just need to figure out how this is going to work. Not too sure. As I say, I just need to, I think, stare at it, visualize. Yeah, but this drill it's pretty ugly, but it works well. I mean, if you want to fill up a cargo container pretty quickly, that's doing it. That is doing it. Yeah. So, let's get rid of that cobalt. I wish it would stop sneaking in there. But yeah, I'm going to have to find some more silver somewhere. So that's going to have to be a thing, because that's what's holding that up, actually. Yeah. So we'll do that. So I guess we put that on the to-do list. Right, but that is indeed where we will leave it. Let me just put this in. So find more silver. Okay. Also nickel. That was a bit low. They're both getting a bit low. They probably just need like a minor load each. Yeah. So yeah, so that's that. Alright, but I think we're in a pretty good spot. I will yeah. No, happy with all that. And yeah, hopefully next time we can just sort of get into trying to build the ship a bit more, and potentially this comes down and maybe I start to put a bridge and stuff like that in and figure out how I'm going to do this. Yeah, I think that's probably going to be enough iron. Let's stop that and retract it. So, yes. So we'll call it there. I think reverse that, speed it up that way to put it back. And then we will let that spin around and we'll do the locky thing like that. Turn that off, and yeah, that's that. We'll speed that back up so it's ready to go next time. Yes, so thanks everybody for watching today. I hope you did enjoy today's episode and can join me again next time when, yeah, as I say, we'll do more stuff. So until next time, as always, stay safe out there everybody and have a good one.